My reading of chapter 5 of Song of Songs was kind of sad because I will take us from verse 2 from the message version and we'll take it down. It says, I was sound asleep, but in my dreams I was wide awake. Oh, listen, it's the sound of my lover knocking, calling. Let me in. This is now the man speaking. He says, let me in, dear companion, dearest friend, my dove, consummate lover. I'm soaked with the dampness of the night, drenched with dew, shivering and cold. But I'm in, and then the lady responds and says, but I'm in my nightgown. Do you expect me to get dressed? I'm bathed and in bed. Do you want me to get dirty? But my lover wouldn't take no for an answer, and the longer he knocked, the more excited I became. I got up to open the door to my lover, sweetly ready to receive him, desiring and expectant. As I turned the door handle, desiring and expectant as I turned the door handle. But when I opened the door, he was gone. My loved one had tired of waiting and left. And I died inside. Oh, I felt so bad. I ran out looking for him, but he was nowhere to be found. I called into the darkness, but no answer. I told you it was sad. If you're looking for the image here, the guy was outside. I think it was kind of like wet or raining or a wintry night, and he was really knocking and being like, "Hey, please open for me." And he says, "My dear companion, dearest friend, my dear love, consummate lover, I'm soaked with dampness of the night, drenched with dew. I'm shivering and cold. Please open." But then we see the response from the lady here. She's like, "Hey, Mazemi, I'm in my nightgown. Do you expect me to get dressed? I have already bathed and I'm in bed. Do you want me to get dirty?" You know. And the guy continued knocking, and I think at some point he was like, okay, let me go." The portrayal here that we have to see and how we can apply this to our daily lives today is just a concept when it comes to friendships, relationships, dating, whatever, that we must understand timing. Yeah. I think many of us understand the pursuit and we love it, especially ladies. Like, we love, you love, oh my god, I said we here. But you can fall in love with a pursuit and fall in love with being pursued and fall in love with the attention that comes with the pursuit and the good feelings of, I've been sent for flowers, I've been taken for this date, I'm being asked, and over and over and over again, a guy has labored, a guy has pushed, a guy has asked, and you're just enjoying there, giving all sorts of excuses, like the way this lady here was giving excuses. For me, I've already showered, I'm in my nightgown. Do you want me to get dirty? Do you want me to come out? But at some point, the guy who was outside knocking just left. And he left and he could not be found. It's an issue of timing here. That we have to learn that timing is a great concept when it comes to it's such a deep ingredient when it comes to relationships. I think what we're seeing here is just that there were excuses, there was delay, and finally, when the decision was made for, okay, let me open the door, the guy had gone, and the opportunity was missed. And I think, like, we must be honest to look and be like, are there opportunities that we're just about to miss because we're taking too long to open the door? We have all sorts of excuses, and some of them are really not like sensible, and they're very selfish. Like, I've already showered, I'm not gonna get dirty. But I think the scripture is calling us to a place of being like, hey, don't let that opportunity go. And maybe today we can take a step away from relationships and talk about even life in itself. I think there are opportunities that come and they knock and knock and knock. And there has to be a time when you get up, regardless of the inconvenience. Open the door, because the opportunity will disappear and you'll never see it again. There could be a dude knocking and he's just asking and asking and asking. I think it's time, to make a decision and be like, is this something worth pursuing? Let me open the door, And even like, if we are to think about this spiritually, remember Revelation chapter 3 verse 20, it says Christ stands outside the door and he knocks and knocks and he's knocking and he's like, can I come into your life? And many of us could probably be in places where countless times we've had the opportunity to say yes to God, to allow God into our lives, but we keep saying, tomorrow I'll open the door, tomorrow I'll open. That tomorrow might never come, or you might be opening the door when it's already too late. He says, behold, I stand at the door and knock. Those are the words of Christ. Could you open the door for him? Could you allow him into your life so that it doesn't turn out this way, that by the time we are opening doors it's kind of late and there's nothing much that can happen? So this scripture can be applied in all of these aspects, and maybe the challenge to you and I today is, who is standing outside knocking? Is it Christ? Are you in a place where you need to let Christ into your life? Or maybe he was even in your life before and you kicked him out, and it's time to open that door again and let him back in, so that he can take full reign of your life. Is it an opportunity in terms of business or work? Maybe at work they've been asking you to do something and you've had reason after reason not to do it. Could this be that that's what the scripture is challenging and speaking into today? And in the conversation that we've been having around relationships, could this also be the thing? Like there's somebody in your life who has really been knocking on that door, or dudes, there's a lady in your life who's really just been showing you that, dude, it's obvious I like you. I think it's good for us to really evaluate today and be like, what opportunities, who's standing outside knocking, so that we can open the door and we can get over these small excuses that we have, or these reasons that we have. Open the door, so that then the opportunity or the person or Christ can come in and really before it's too late. And like this lady, I think I felt so sad when I was reading that my loved one had tired of waiting and he left, and I died inside. Oh, I felt so bad. What? I ran out looking for him, but he was nowhere to be found. I called into the darkness, but no answer. I think this is the pain of missed opportunity, and I pray that none of us gets to experience this. The pain of missed opportunity. Please open the door. It's a matter of timing, and I really see that this is what the scripture is calling us to today. Audit your life. Open the door. What opportunity, or who has been knocking on that door that needs an opportunity to come in before they walk away, and we find ourselves in this place where it's like they were nowhere to be found, and we call out into the darkness and there is no answer. This is our reflection today, and I pray that God may give you the courage and the clarity to know what doors to open, what opportunities to say yes to. God bless you, and bye.